So a great afternoon of sport, culminating in the final of the Open Men's Division, and a great crowd on hand here. They've come from near and far, but the people of Whakatane must receive a lot of the kudos for supporting the tournament. And Grant, it's great, isn't it? The atmosphere here right throughout the tournament, but especially so as we approach the men's final.
Oh, it is, and this is the glamour. This is the glamour game of the day, and everyone culminates around the field to, reminisce about their day and also look at probably a good game of touch that you just wouldn't experience at your own local competitions back at home. Dawgsouljahz from Palmerston North, and then you've got Freezin Hot, perennial champions from counties. It becomes about an 03 versus the 09.
No reira, ki runga I te papatākaro ko tai katoa mai, nā hunga o tēnā papatākaro, ko hui mai nei ki runga I te papatākaro namatahi nei, mo te whiringa tō tēnei whakatātai. Everybody has left all the other fields to come to the final clash, the big final, the big Open Men's final. They've all turned up, and I don't think many people are in Whakatane at their homes. They all seem to be down here.
It's great to see, and the crowd have enjoyed very much the day. The organisation of the tournament has been superb, and I guess you would have honed your skills after 23 years. This is the Dawgsoulja, or a Dawgsoulja. You might have noticed 419. I asked, well, what does this signify? Apparently 4, or D being the fourth letter of the alphabet, 19 makes it an S, so DS is on the front there. Dawgsouljahz from Palmerston North. They'll be up against it, Freezin Hot, the team to beat in the tournament, and Freezin Hot have first use of the ball here in the final of the Open Men's Division at Whakatane Touch 09.
Yeah, Dave Hikatoa just finding a weakness in the defence. Tami Grenson, dummy half, Arahia or Hepa. There's a good touch there by Ed Burrell to make sure that they fumbled in the ruck area to give themselves a bit of time, and then to consolidate. Lani Kawai, number 10, with Ed Burrell, number 10 in the dummy half, play the ball situation, looking for good yards, field position and possession up the other end of the field. Sean Brown will go forward all day. That's his job. That's what he loves to do. He'll just keep picking up the ball, go forward, create good yards, touch three there inside the opposition's half.
Dawgsouljahz with the ball. Dylan Leverage doing some good work. That's him at strip number 11 to 10. Flicks it on to Edmund Burrell. Turnover of possession. Freezin Hot.
Very willing would be te kōrero mo te timatanga o tēnei ke emu both seeing the I roti te wāhanga o te ārai me te nuku whakamua ko te u o inei kapa e rua ki te kaupapa ko te wikitori.
Hekatoa will play the ball 5 metres inside the half of Dawgsouljahz. The head up is taken there by Whitiowa Black. Hot stepping. Freezin Hot with the flick out ball, the blind look, the out the back door, call it what you will. Doesn't come up trumps for them anyway, and Dawgsouljahz will get receipt of the football about 15 metres inside their own half.
And a lot of people will be looking at this game and wondering why Too Sharp isn't in here. Well, on their way to the final, Dawgsouljahz beat BSL 10-0, Evolution 3-2, Karu Pani 5-0, and they beat Too Sharp in the semi-final 2-1. So they've done it tough and they deserve to be here.
On the other hand, Freezin Hot have made their way into the final with wins in pool play over Science 8-4. They beat the Mezcan 7-1. Then the Renegades, they had a 2-all draw before beating the Bullets 4-3 in the semi-final. Dawgsouljahz in possession through to Edwina Milner. And looking for an opportunity there too is Kane Rangi. So a couple of players from the Canterbury comp have been drafted into this squad, Dawgsouljahz. Or Dawgsouljahz, excuse me, it's spelled differently, D-A-W-G.
Yeah, they have been drafted in, but the same can be said for Freezin Hot, who have Naza Silbury in the red, flashy red boots, playing in the link, wearing number 1. Kane Rangi's from Canterbury, Ed Burrell's from Canterbury, and I'm pretty sure Edward Milner's from Canterbury as well.
A lot of these guys have been away on national team tours with each other and develop relationships, become like pros, and invite guys from outside their regions to come and bolster their ranks.
So that's what we call. We just seen a double turnover there. There was an incorrect roll ball at the play the ball by Dawgsouljahz, and in the transition or the turnover, Freezin Hot played the ball side on, which means shoulders weren't parallel to sideline. They were more corner to corner, which is not allowed when you're playing the ball.
Dawgsouljahz in a good attacking position here through their number 8. This is Mark Thompson. Thompson working the ball again with Comite. And there's the first touchdown of the final. Dawgsouljahz are in. What do you think of that, TK?
Te paira wā atu o te ruku. Ne aha ko I reiranga kai ārai e rua o Freezin Hot. Kore e tae e rā te pā, ka titiro hia. Ko te ruku, ko te piro te whānga.
Yeah, Lani Kaiwai, 6'2", probably 90 kilos, soaking wet. He's got a good dive on him, and that's his bread and butter. And again, it's from the quickie. We've elaborated it over the day and over the course of the 3 programs. But the quickie is to play the ball, get the ball back, and then dive.
Now,
here comes Freezin Hot.
Response. Freezin Hot with the dive for the line. Come up short, if you ask me.
Referee said that he was inside the 5, which means the touch is not allowed. So the 60-second rule after a touchdown has been broken, and it's now back to 1-1.
Well, here's what I know, but I didn't quite pick up on that. The fact that they're inside the 5, but certainly it didn't look like the touchdown was clean.
Here we go here. This guy here is offside. He's got to have 2 feet behind the goal line to be onside if the touch was made on the 5 or inside the 5.
It's Hamish
Buick.
Like the car. And TK, hea hatukupu Māori, Dawgsouljahz.
Ko te kuri a ngā hoia.
Oh, thanks very much.
Engari, ka tika me mihi kia rātau I te mea. Ki te whai piro, tētahi kapa, ka tere hoki mai a Freezin Hot. Koia te āhuatanga o tētahi kapa toa.
And Billy Howard, he stuck a foot out there to make a touch, it would seem.
Yeah, make any part of your body, so long as, Billy Slater style, if you like. But here goes Ed Burrell with Lani Kaiwai in at dummy half. Show and go.
Bullet run into the end zone, couldn't quite affect the pass. A good run though by
Lani Kaiwai.
Kaiwai.
Ko te āhuatanga tākaro o Dawgsouljahz, ko te whakamātau I te hoariri. They may have come in here as the underdog, but they've shown every time they're on attack, they're capable of scoring. So Freezin Hot are very much under pressure.
Oh, forward pass has to be. Oh, and it is. Lani Kaiwai in the motion of diving, passed the ball out to number 6, Simon Binstead on the wing. And the pass was ruled forward from the sideline referee. That means it's a turnover with a penalty. Here we go here, Lani Kaiwai with the forward pass. Yeah, it was forward, so good call by the referee.
Well, you've got to be right in their game, the rest here. And of course the players at this level demand a lot of the referees, so we take our hats off to them. This is Anadu Timoti, Zan Johnson and Pirinana Hepi, who are controlling this final. If you've just joined us late, you're watching action from the Open Men's final of Whakatane Touch 09. Played in early January. And I tell you what, it's been some really dynamic touch during the course of the tournament. We've covered women's, restricted, all been aided and abetted too by the expert commentary. Brian Edmonds, or G-Man, as his funky Dawgsouljahz mates call him.
Hokowhitu Cook there taking the touch, ball back out to Ed Burrell. Looking to work there with number 4, Jace Tihuia. Jace with the ball. Now. Long ball.
Great recovery on the far side there, Zane Robinson. I thought it was heading into field too, but he scooped it out of the air. But still now, it's with Freezin Hot. It's 1-1 at the moment.
And it's fairly tense down here on the sideline. Kua ahua maharahara haere, Freezin Hot me te mōhio. Ka kore e whai te wiki tori e tanga I roto I te ngā waritanga. It will not be an easy victory.
Well, whoever gets the win will deserve it. They'll have to fight hard for it. Both teams' defences are very strong. Offside.
Offside there. And number 10, Whitiawa Black, who's playing for Freezin Hot. He was one of the founding members of Dawgsouljahz down in Palmerston North before he moved up north. So this will be a bittersweet way, I suppose, where he looks at it, depending on the outcome. Sean Brown will go forward all day, like I said. Ed Burrell, he's a yardage man, organiser. Taking the ball to the line.
Burrell now, here's the run into the...
Long ball.
And it's juggled!
Oh, he's got it.
And retained. Well, we've seen him do it on one side of the field, Zane Robinson. There might be 2 of them on there.
I'm pretty sure that was number 2, Eduera Milner, who threw the long ball. I wonder if he's any relation to Nehe Skara Milner. Both can throw a long ball, I can tell you that much.
Great finish, 2-1. Dawgsouljahz take the lead. Well, it will be somewhat of an upset. Freezin Hot have been in the finals year in, year out. 2-1 scoreline here. Remember, the finals still played 25 minutes. Drop-off supply in the final. Number 1 weaving his way is Silbury. Gets the good ball across and picks up Greensill. Dawgsouljahz up there. Defence is strong.
Ai, ko ia te pai, te tahi o ngā wāhanga pai o Dawgsouljahz. Me te kupu e putana I te taha o Freezin Hot I tēnei wā. Me ki te kaupapa, ko ia te tahi o ngā tono o te tahi o ngā kai tākaro. They need to concentrate and stop making those little errors that are allowing Dawgsouljahz to create advantages and create tries.
Yeah, I thought Hukawhitu Cook there got away with a lucky one there. I thought he went into the play the ball a little bit with an uncontrolled roll ball. Referee deemed that the defender had gone in a bit too hard, and the ensuing penalty has given Dawgsouljahz good field position, looking for their fifth and final option. Sean Brown will come on. Kane Langi, number 14, will probably look to have a go soon. And here goes Sean Brown. Check it back inside to Hamish Buick, and Sean will go.
There's Brown looking for the pickup. Good ball, still a goer. The pass was a shocker.
Yeah, it's a difficult thing to do when you got your back to the opposition. You can't see them coming or whether they're shutting you down or not. A normal pass probably would have worked, but, you know, Hamish probably thought that one of the defenders would have been right upon him.
Two flash for the cash that time, Hamish Buick. Now it comes back with the Freezin hot team, making good inroads. Billy Ngawini. Flicked up, far side of the field. Hekator, Dave, back on the inside. Finds Morris Stone.
Yeah,
Stone, back to Hekator.
Yeah, forward pass again. He's just got to watch those little inside balls after they receive it. It was passed back to the sender, and the sideline referee noticed the forward pass. And you can see it happen in the game that the play goes in one direction, the referee goes in the other. There's going to be a penalty.
There's the tummy tuck again. Used to good effect that time around by Edwin Burrell. Ball out to Kane Rangi. Far side of the field, good bullet run too. Jace De Huia. Te Rangi once again.
Drop.
Burrell. Wide ball, well picked up out wide too by Simon Binstead, but turnover of possession. Freezin hot once again. Let's see what they can do on their set. One, here's one. Ngawini, good play. Two, three, coming forward at pace. Double around, picking up Silbury. Geez, good Silbury. Ball to ground. Chance for Dawgsouljahz. Far side of the field. Quick turnover. Good step back on the inside. Picking it up there. That's Lani Kawai.
Ko te tahi o ngā tino raruraru o Freezin hot I tēnei wā ko te ngāoritanga o te takahuri hiatanga o te paoro. Ki te kore e whakatika, ko hinga rātou I roto I tēnei whiringa toa.
Burrell into dummy half, working his magic there with Cook.
Go.
Burrell and almost picked up. Referee says ball to ground, turn it over. Freezin hot take position, 5 out from their own line.
Yeah, Freezin hot is still in this game. They just got to consolidate, get up the other end. They know that, and they're a good side. They've been here enough to know about that. They've got good class players in their side. Dawgsouljahz, you know, they probably should have made the most of that last opportunity. Because once Freezin hot get a sniff, they'll be hard to pull back.
Brian Adams, nice angle, run, and the ball goes to ground. So making some uncharacteristic errors. Alifa Orhia couldn't hold. Now Dawgsouljahz have the ball through Hukawhitu Cook through the middle.
Yeah, out to Edward Burrell. They're changing over their subs. On comes Sean Brown again, but yeah, now this time Hukawhitu got called up for an incorrect roll ball. So turnover. Freezin hot will get good yards, trying to lift the intensity, the pace of the game. And we've had the same again. It was a good touch there by Sean Brown, who actually got right in underneath him, made it hard for him to play the ball with his legs and hands in the way.
Yeah, Tofakaro, TK. Dawgsouljahz with the ball through the centre now. Little popped up ball. Up the middle they come. There's the layback. Scooped on and away with it. Comes Mark Thompson, who's had a strong game. Milner now. Milner, pick up there by Loveridge. Loveridge with the ball. Intercepted by Freezin hot. 2 men down. Opportunity creates itself out. Couldn't put the ball out and to flick it on to Daniel Tupua.
Good touch here by number 1, Cody Albert there from Dawgsouljahz. Good intensity on defence here, and this is what we were talking about in the previous game, about being able to defend and keeping away as many yards as possible, and that was probably not needed there by number 12, Conrad Pity.
Dawgsouljahz in possession now then. Both short of, in fact, 10 short of the halfway line. Scoreline at the moment, 2-1 in the final of the Open Men's Division.
He tohu tērā o te toi mahatanga o te pakanga. A little bit of pressure being shown by Freezin hot. Something that we really haven't seen during this tournament. Engari koia nā ahuatanga o tēnei mea ko te whiringa toa.
Angled run, Dawgsouljahz. I think they'll be a popular victory if they do get up here because, well, we all know Freezin hot have been in the finals. In fact, they've won the finals many times. Dawgsouljahz, on the other hand, perhaps first time in the final.
I think so too, and if memory serves me right, this would be their first time in the final.
Held up the ball. What's the referee making a call as he says touched? Questioning the decision.
Another interesting name to bring up as part of Dawgsouljahz is John Eliota, now playing Super 14 rugby down in the Highlanders. He was another founding member. So he generally attends these tournaments also, but since he's been playing Super 14, he's been unavailable.
That Lani Kawai is a very elusive runner.
Top player, he's in the men's open. He has been there for about 4 or 5 years. And we have a penalty here for 4. where they need to show some composure. You know,
excuse me, Binstead. This is Jason. 2 Binsteads in the team. Freezin drawing a 1 touchdown lead. It's 2-1 at the moment of the final of the Opens at Whakatane. 9.
Kua kaha ki rātou anō ki te taho te papatākaro nei, me pupurihi a te paoro. Plenty of tunnels going out from the sideline for them to hold on to the ball. Freezin unable to do that.
Ed Burrell whips it across to Simon Binstead. Through the middle goes Simon. Burrell to dummy half. A double around to pick up there from Hamish Buick.
Offside the 5. He's called him offside. Morris Stone. He's called Morris Stone offside the 5. He made the touch, did but 5-2 behind constitutes onside. They Dawgsouljahz a 3. See it on the replay when it comes. Here it comes with Simon Binstead going in. Hamish Buick comes around back door and isolates Morris Stone.
Scoreline, Dawgsouljahz surprisingly leading here in the final. Now it's up to Freezin Hot, the most experienced team out the tournament. And they are certainly the ones to beat. Everyone knew that coming into it. Those were Too Sharp. Some surprised that Too Sharp hasn't made it through to the final, but credit to Dawgsouljahz who ousted them in the semi. This hope for Freezin Hot that they don't panic. They wouldn't be used to chasing down disadvantage, I wouldn't suspect.
Yeah, Dylan Loveridge, you know, just good solid defence to get up off the line, along with Ed Burrell. You know, the Canterbury players are renowned for their defensive qualities, and, you know, the North Island players are renowned for their flair, but, you know, you've got to know how to defend, and it's just awesome to see.
Ed Burrell with
his experience for you, throwing the ball over the sideline. With the game format as it is, when it's on a hooter, there is no stoppage in time. The ball goes fetching. It'll take a minute to get the ball back. That's a minute killed. So good experience by Ed Burrell, but if he does it again, he'll probably go to the bin.
Yeah, hua kaha te rā pa ai kua tai atu ki te papatākoro, nearly ended up on field 3.
Now, Freezin Hot, what have they got to respond with? As Nazir Silbury, he's been one of the best in the business, starts to try and structure some attack. That's Silbury with the ball in hand. Plays it back now to Brian Adams. Adams gets onto Whakatane, and Adams back on the inside. Whakatane once again. Touches made. 5 out from the line. A little bit rattled at the moment, Freezin Hot. The dominance that they have enjoyed is being very much tested. A loose pass there will have a turnover of possession. Dawgsouljahz will come in with the ball, but more importantly for Freezin Hot, they don't get the touchdown that they sought by getting so close to the line. Turnover possession, 5 out now. Dawgsouljahz working our way.
Yeah, now the young guns here from Dawgsouljahz, the Binsteads and the Milners and the Buicks and so on. You know, they're just showing their composure. They're not caught up in the hype and so on. They're just going forward. Freezin Hot are trying everything they can, but at the end of the day, they're just not taking the most of their opportunities. Whereas Dawgsouljahz get up the other end and turning pressure into points.
Good play from Kane Rangi, also Lani Kawai back in the mix, as is Edwin Burrell. Eddie, there is almost an intercept. Nazir Silbury dives at the line. Kane Rangi with it now. And they can really just, well, up by 3-1, I suppose they can dictate the pace of the game during their sets.
The magical number here, Dale, is getting a lead by 3. If they get a lead by 3, it's almost impossible to rank it back, especially in a 25-minute one-way game. Here we see Brian Adams, Whitiawa Black knocking the ball down in play. So he's been X'd, which means he has to substitute and a fresh player can come on, but that for a brief moment, they're down to 5. Touch there on Hamish Buick by Brian Adams.
Touch there on hat of Hamish Buick by Brian Adams. The 9 gets it back. And as we can see, not surprising, this is clever tactics by Dawgsouljahz. It's not them that have to force the play.
Kei te noho wahangu hoki e Dale. Kei te noho wahangu are Freezin Hot. They're just very quiet in the sidelines here with Freezin Hot. They're sort of trying to come up with answers, but unable to at the moment.
They're good names when you're winning, Freezin Hot and Too Sharp, but they're a bit difficult when you're losing.
All right, koia te ahua.
Long ball out to the number 1, Cody Albert. The player 5 metres out from the line. Dummy half work this time around from Binstead. Binstead flicks it across and picks up Thompson. Thompson through the middle, scoop on the line from Kaiwai. Kaiwai gets to the end zone, but Looks to offload, turnover of possession. Back it comes to Freezin Hot. Down by 2, 3-1 scoreline.
Yeah, there's a penalty there against Dawgsouljahz for a touch and pass. But again, you know, they're utilising their touch count well. They're attacking the line, they're having to go, they're putting the doubt back into the referee. So he's saying, look, if he's onside, call him onside. If not, it's good. We'll take the touchdown. Freezin Hot need to score off this with Brian Adams or Billy Nawini.
Wide ball over towards Denny Markihar, but again, when you're a little squeeze, you go for speculators and you don't have that structured play that has been the cornerstone of your success throughout the tournament.
Yeah, you need to be in a pool that's going to really test you right throughout the whole day. I mean, you can play against teams and beat them by 10-1 or 11-1 or whatever, but by the time it gets to the final, you're playing the cream of the cream. And you need to be tested, and what works well on attack, you know, may not work so well later on in the day. And we talked about it earlier this morning when we saw them play first up, was that, you know, the tries they were scoring were easy, but they'll have big concerns on their defence.
Freezin Hot now is a desperate mode or desperation mode, and it really has impacted the structure of their attack. But they've been well defended against. And that's experience showing through.
Yeah. But the whakapau wā near Dale, just making it hard every step of the way for Freezin Hot, just breaking their rhythm all the time.
Through the inside and no way through at the moment. Tame Greensill lays it down. It's scooped on by Morris Stone. But again, another turnover, and that again, pressure, defensive pressure.
Yeah, 18-year-old Hoku Fitu Cook playing in the number 2 position, wearing the Puma hat. Showed his experience there, even though he's only 18 years of age, out of the Queen Margaret College, I think, out of Palmerston North, who won the mixed title a couple of years ago. Originally a boy from Wotaki College, and again, another one that's just thrown over the sideline. So they know the rules, and they don't care about giving away the penalties. They're just killing the time. Again, it's just smart. You know, it's something that it's hard to teach someone at this age, you know.
Yeah, well, it'll be frustrating even more so for Freezin Hot. We're looking at the clock now.
It could be considered negative, but end of the day, when you're two and ahead, I suppose you could afford to be.
Touch made by the 6, Simon Binstead, and calls a halt to the run there of Morris Stone. Stone back there with the ball. Ford, Jay Ford, across to Billy Nawini. Take this opportunity of congratulating all of the participants in the tournament. It's been one heck of a tournament, and you can understand why it remains a very popular fixture on the touch calendar. And I'd suggest those of you who are watching at home today, maybe you should aim to make a beeline to the Eastern Bay of Plenty early in January of 2010, because it will be rocking and rolling once again for the 24th time. But at the moment, it's a 3-1 lead to Dawgsouljahz out of Palmerston North. They lead Freezin Hot. Favourites, or one of the teams favoured to take the title. 10 short of the halfway. The boys in black doing it well. A little flick back on the inside. Couldn't be picked up by Edward Milner.
Yeah, it's great play, Lani Kaiwai. They're just playing sets of 6 now. They're out in front. If anyone has to push the issue, it's Freezin Hot. The likes of Naser Silbury, New Zealand Ret, Whitiawa Black, New Zealand Ret, Arahia Hohepa, New Zealand Ret. You know, these type of guys have to get in there and take advantage and do something unpredictable instead of trying to set it up. Just have a crack, 10, 15 out. You've got nothing to lose. Everything to gain.
Stay forward to the 5, guys. Stay forward.
It'll flick on now. Number 1.
Offside.
Good work, Naser Silbury.
Inside ball, beautifully covered though. Milner had it all the way.
Yeah, good Mura's defence then. They were cracked with the dummy half scooping through, getting into the end goal. Mura's was strong. What do you think about that, TK?
Ko te ārai anō te huarahi hei whai wiki tōria tanga I roto i ngā whiringa toa. And that's what they've done all game long, have Dawgsouljahz been very strong defensively.
Superb. Whitiawa Black on the far side of the field. Looking for an opportunity. Oh, here, there's the cutout ball. That'll be one back. So they get one back, Freezin Hot.
Yeah, no, great touchdown in the corner there by Darren Smith, I think it is. Yeah, it was just something that needed to be a little bit different, and it was. And it was a long ball out to the free man. Arahia Ohia out to Brian Adams, and Brian Adams, instead of running at the line, just throws a good, nice long ball out to Darren Smith and a good finish. That's what they needed. They have to lift the intensity here on defence, get the ball back, and put a bit more pressure under Dawgsouljahz.
Well, the defender claimed that he had made the touch. Referee didn't agree. Through the middle they come once again. Dawgsouljahz need to keep their heads about them. Kane Rangi with the ball. On the scoop comes Loveridge. Loveridge, short ball back to Cook. Has been very impressive. Whakatane Cook, as D-Man's already been mentioning. He's just a young fellow at 18. Here's Ngawini. Well, somebody from Freezin Hot just needs to ignite them once again. They've got plenty of class. Danny Markiar, 12 years at the tournament. Angles the run. Sends back on the inside. Comes Morris Stone. Stone back for Greensill. Greensill picks up here Hekator, Dave Hekator. Close to the touchdown zone. Hekator, bullet pass wide to Ngawini, but the cover, superb, read the play well.
Yeah, no, he did, and there was good defence there by Dawgsouljahz, but they've probably been caught out, as I mentioned before, about maybe being a little bit negative and throwing the ball out over the sideline. They probably need to keep the intensity up and don't rest on their laurels, TK.
Yeah, koia, kia tūpatu mō ngā kapa pērā ia Freezing Hot. If you're going to stand back, like you say, Grant, and let them play to you, they'll certainly create tries. They've done that once, but they're fast running out of time.
Dawgsouljahz with the ball. Out it comes to Cody Albert. Albert prepared to take the touch. No problem for him. 5 on the dish. This is Robinson's already had a good touchdown. 12 is Brown. He's been impressive. Angled run. Beautiful from Milner. But turnover of possession. Here's the chance Freezin Hot have been waiting for and need. They've got possession, but they're a long, long way from the touchdown zone.
Still good yards here. They can create an opportunity here with one pass into space. Backdoors here. Oh, it's just unlucky there by Billy Ngawini not being able to pick the ball up. But they've all overrun the mark. Out to Brian Adams.
That was clever from Ngawini.
Yeah, it was. It just shows composure. That NRL experience and be using and applying his trade with the Gold Coast Titans this next year, or this year. And here we go.
Great ball.
Number 5 has called a touch. Now the referee.
Number 5's called the touch.
Number 5 has called the touch. Now the sideline referee has put his hand up and he is going to tell the controlling referee that he was onside and made the touch. The try does not count.
I didn't hear a call with touch being picked. I didn't hear it. No, he's playing the touch. So what was you going? It's a touch. Okay, it's 5th.
As I called it, Andrew Timothy, number 1 ranked referee before he retired two years ago, has stepped in on the side and has advised the controlling referee that number 5 from Dawgsouljahz, Zane Robinson, had called the touch, makes the touchdown ineffective.
Ko ia te auatanga o ngā whiringa toa e hoa mā, tai no ki ngā miniti whakamutunga, kei te tūtonu ko te pakanga, engari ko te wikitoria-tanga, ko riro ia Dawgsouljahz.
The winners for 2009 of the Open Men's Division here at the Whakatane Touch Tournament. Dawgsouljahz for Palmerston North. They win 3-2 over Freezin Hot. What a game. And Grant Edmonds, what a tournament. It's just been fantastic. I know there will be some debate about that last touch, but it deserves to be. They need to talk about it through the night, through the months, and they'll come back and do battle again next year. But a great game to wrap up the tournament.
Oh, definitely. I think to leave it down to the last minute of the play to then